Hello again, welcome. I have a confession to make. Our next conversation touches me in a special way because we are going to talk about the ocean. And I think we all love the ocean. The main subject of this panel is the ocean, a big part of our only home. Our only home. My two guests are both from Sea Shepherd, an international non-profit marine wildlife conservation organization, and since 1977 they are in the front line defending the ocean. But before I introduce you our two speakers, we are now going to watch a short documentary. So, our first guest is the director of Sea Shepherd Portugal and a head of innovation at the Green Innovation Group. Ladies and gentlemen, an applause to Christopher Storey. Good morning, Christopher.
Good morning. Thank you, Catarina. Pleasure to meet you.
We are waiting to hear you.
Lovely, lovely. Well, first of all, thank you for having us. Congratulations to Sergio and the whole Planetiers team. It's an honor to be here. And a great event they've put together, especially in these difficult times. So congratulations and thank you for having us. So yeah, I'm director of Sea Shepherd Portugal. As the short documentary and the lovely Catarina mentioned, we were founded in the 1970s by Captain Paul Watson. He was one of the original co-founders of Greenpeace and decided to take his own action back in the 70s and create Sea Shepherd. So we're more known for protecting the whales in Antarctica, and this started back in the 70s again. We were on a television series called Whale Wars that kind of put us on the map. And since then, we've been protecting wildlife all over the world. Our recent campaigns globally are in West Africa on the IUU campaign, which is illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. Working with the African governments and local maritime police and navies, and ultimately stopping illegal fishing, poaching, and the needless killing of wildlife. So Maike will explain more about what we're doing on a global level. She's a veteran from one of our campaigns in Mexico. But I'd like to talk a little bit about what we're doing in Portugal, as that's where we are, and that's who I'm director of. So Portugal is one of the newest chapters. Sea Shepherd is actually based all over the world, within virtually every country that exists. And Portugal, Sea Shepherd Portugal started late last year in 2019. We've already been very active since we've started. And in Portugal, we have a few campaigns that I can go over for you. So we have the Marine Debris campaign, and basically that is beach cleanups from north to south of Portugal. We have a huge database of volunteers that come and help us clean the beaches and get rid of this marine debris of plastics and so on that I'm very sure we're all aware of. The Marine Debris campaign also consists of a dive team. So we have a dive team of around 40 divers, technical divers, and all different levels. We have a little rib, and we go out starting recently in Sesimbra and Setúbal, diving to collect ghost nets. And ghost nets are one of the deadliest killers in the ocean. Ghost nets are basically discarded fishing gear that are thrown away illegally or just discarded from various vessels. The dangerous thing about these is that they float on the water. And as we all know, fishing gear and nets in general are aimed to kill. They are aimed to catch fish, right? So what happens is they float on top of the water. Small fish get caught in them. Big fish, predators come and eat them. They also get caught in the net. Turtles and other marine life, they die. They sink to the bottom, and then their corpse erodes or decomposes, should I say, goes back to the top of the water and kills once again. They're one of the deadliest killers, and they contribute to 10% of microplastics in the ocean. And this is such a deadly hazard that we have from fishing vessels and so on. So I also have an NGO in Portugal called Ghost Network. I'm working together with the Municipal of Setúbal, also tackling this issue. And then we have Campaign Sentinella. And this is also a huge issue in Portugal and Europe and the world. Basically, it's about marine strandings. So marine life getting stranded to shore. This can contribute to many things, also ghost nets. What happens is the marine life are stranded onto the shore, most of the time dead, strangulated, mutilated from nets. In Portugal, we're recording so far 2 marine lives per day being stranded onto shore. So this is alarming. In France, it's 6,000 a year. In the UK and Ireland and other countries, it's also pretty high. But not many people know about this in Portugal. And it's one of the things that we are doing right now on Campaign Sentinella with a bunch of local marine biologists. And we have a great team of marine biologists reporting this on a daily basis. And even with COVID, you know, we're still out there reporting this. 2 people, one person on the beach per day, all along the country. And the general public can also help by when they're walking along the beach, and if they notice or they see a stranded animal, they can report this on our platform, on our website. There is numbers there on the website for different municipalities and so on, so they can report this. Another huge one is European initiative, and it's about stop the trade and stop the finning of sharks. This is one of the most barbaric killing of any kind of animal. Basically what happens, the shark is caught, the fins are cut off, they're thrown back in the water, and then they die of lack of oxygen because as sharks swim, that's how they breathe, basically. So they sink to the bottom of the water and drown. Gordon Ramsay made a great documentary on this, and there's many great documentaries that it is one of the most inhumane ways of killing animals. Up to 250 million sharks are being killed a year for their fins. And the alarming thing of this is that they have no nutritional value. They have no taste. They're used for medicines and, they're used for shark fin soup in Asia. And this is more of a status. The people eat this and to kind of show off and the status value. So 250 million sharks are killed a year just for their fins. It's ludicrous and it has to stop. So this campaign is a European initiative, as I mentioned, and Portugal have a quota of 15,500 votes. This needs to be done by next year. We're struggling right now, so I urge the Portuguese folk to please go onto our website and simply put in your BE and your name, and you can vote to stop this crazy killing of sharks. And then basically we are raising a lot of awareness by attending awesome events like this and many other events in Portugal and Europe. The whole team in Portugal is doing an amazing job. And we will actually make a fundraiser on the 7th of November with some Q&As from Captain Alex Cornelissen, our CEO, and Captain Paul Watson, our founder. And we'll have some local homemade music videos. And we're raising money to help clean up in Cabo Verde, that I'm sure, well, we know that Catarina is familiar with on a great documentary of Plástico. So we're raising money to help there to do the cleanup in Cabo Verde, as this is a very stronghold for turtle nesting. And unfortunately, a lot of ocean waste ends up on the shores there. And then to help us here in Portugal, we're looking to get more equipment for ghost net retrieval and for general operations to travel all around the country. It's quite a statement to say that we're going to clean up the whole coast, but we have the volunteers to do it. Every one of us is a volunteer, even myself. We're not paid for this. We do this from the passion and from the hope that we can make a difference.
Thank you so much, Christopher, for updating us and for warning us about these huge problems in the ocean. So our other guest, or our other panelist, is Marketing Communication Coordinator at Shepherd Portugal. So a big applause to Maike Baun. Maike, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, good morning. How are you guys?
So I know that you have
us.
something to say to us that you want to tell us.
Yes. So hello everyone, my name is Maike. As mentioned, I'm the marketing and media coordinator for Shepherd Portugal. And I'm also a veteran of one of our vessels. That's why today I would like to give you a little bit of an idea what we are doing to help on the front lines to protect marine wildlife. I helped as a volunteer on our Milagro campaign on board of the Farley Mowat. The campaign is to protect the vaquita porpoise, which is a really beautiful little marine mammal and is also really shy. It's also unfortunately highly endangered and on the brink of extinction. So we did a lot of research and observations and found out that there's only 6 to 22 individuals left. Since the vaquita is really shy, it's hard work to actually estimate it. That's why the number is kind of in a range. And we do that with a lot of marine biologists and scientists. And yeah, these little mammals live in a tiny part of the Gulf of California in Mexico. It's the only place where they can be found. And due to the high sensitivity, they cannot even go anywhere else because they would die right away. Unfortunately, due to illegal fishing and trading, there's only this number left, and the trading and fishing actually is not targeting the vaquita, but the totoaba fish. The totoaba fish is a huge fish, which is really popular for its swim bladder, because in traditional Chinese medicine, it's supposed to be an aphrodisiac. So the swim bladder is traded for thousands and thousands of dollars within different cartels, which makes it really dangerous for us to actually try to fight these poachers and stop the fishing. What they do is they go out during the season where the totoaba fish is traveling, and they put out nets that are like around 1,000 meters long, and they can be compared to tennis nets. They are just like floating around in the air as deadly traps, and everything that gets caught in it is entangled and pretty much dies. And that's why the vaquita is also so, like, the population is so small, because a lot of us just get in there, and these nets just, it's impossible to get out there. So that's why we from Sea Shepherd work mostly during the season where the totoaba fish is caught. Otherwise, they don't really put an effort to put nets out. And we try to go and pull all the nets we can find. So as many nets as we found, we pull these meters of nets out and try to also patrol the area and see where the poachers are. And if they put out nets, or they try to, we talk to them and try to get them to stop, which is really hard since the pressure of the cartels is obviously high on the poachers. So it's really hard for us to actually stop it. But anyways, we do that year over year. And that's why the vaquita is not extinct yet. Actually, the only reason why it's not extinct is because Sea Shepherd is taking a stand and fighting for the survival of it. There's no other protection whatsoever, unfortunately, for the vaquita. So that's why we fight how to save them. So yeah, whenever we pull a net out and patrol the area, so we just put it on our deck, and every little animal, fish, or whatever is entangled, we try, or crabs. Crabs are really hard to get out of the nets. But we get them out and put them back in the water, and yeah, and every life we save is a little celebration, which is great. And yeah, actually, we also, which is really good for Sea Shepherd and also for the reputation of the country, we work with the government. They actually support us. and also with the Navy. The Navy aims to, they're actually on our boats, and they protect us from attacks from the poachers, because the poachers can be really aggressive, and obviously the cartels are also really aggressive. So we from Sea Shepherd Portugal are actually also monetarily supporting our worldwide campaigns with donations we receive here in the country. So Sea Shepherd has different countries which are chapters, and every chapter creates their own actions. But we also, from the donations we collect, give to our campaigns, to our vessels worldwide, in the Americas and Africa and Europe, to actually fuel our boats, feed our crew, get equipment, all that kind of stuff. So with donations here in Portugal, we can actually save marine mammals, dolphins, sharks, whales, everything in the water around the world. And that wouldn't be actually possible without our beautiful community here, which we keep on growing and growing, and we try to raise awareness and try to make Sea Shepherd Portugal really big and get a lot of donations for our amazing volunteers on the vessels, and also in Portugal. They work really, really hard. And so, yeah, if you would like to support us and follow our mission, don't hesitate to check out our Instagram or Facebook. We always post, for instance, beach cleanups whenever it's possible. Due to COVID, it's kind of limited right now. Whenever we do something where people can help, you find it on our social media site, and you can always contact us. If you write us a message on Facebook, it's probably me responding to it. So feel free to contact us, and obviously also feel free to donate and help us on our mission to save our beautiful oceans. So thank you all for your attention and to help us save the oceans and everything in it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maike, for your experience, your amazing experience, and for sharing that with us. So we are on our last 2 minutes and a half. So Christopher, I have one last question. How do you see the future of the oceans in the next 20 years? Because we talk too much about 2050, but we have to accelerate that. I think we are having some problems in hearing Christopher. I don't know.
Sorry, it helps if I unmute,
okay.
right?
Thank you.
So I didn't want to interrupt Michael while she was talking. So yeah, obviously we have to be positive, and then that's difficult, of course, with the current state of affairs. Unfortunately, our ocean is dying. Every second breath we take is from the ocean, from little microorganisms called phytoplankton. And we are wiping out the ocean, unfortunately, from overfishing. But we have to be positive, because there are technologies and there are amazing people every day making a difference and trying to make a difference. We can't rely on governments and corporates. It has to come from each individual person making a difference. So I am positive, and I hope that more people can, participate, not just with Sea Shepherd, but with any NGO or any kind of initiative that can clean up beaches and, cut down on fish intake. So, and yeah, we can really make a difference.
So in 15 seconds, Maike, are you an optimistic also?
Oh, I'm really optimistic. I'm optimistic that we can all make a change, and we have so many people helping us and being aware of what is going on, that I really think that we can make a change.
And we can make the change. Thank you so much to you both, Christopher and Maike, for being here with us with this interesting and so important conversation, because we really need to realize if the ocean gets sick, the planet gets sick, and if the ocean dies, ladies and gentlemen, we all die. Thank you so much. I will see you in next minutes again. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.